Hey there, everybody. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to another episode of What's Hot with Sea of Tranquility. New album review day. It's Wednesday. Today we're going to take a look at the brand new release, the 15th studio album from British hard rockers 10. The album is called Here Be Monsters. Frontiers Records. That's right. 10, the band fronted by and led by none other than Gary Hughes, songwriter, vocalist, multi-instrumentalist. Like I said, their 15th studio album. These guys have been around for quite a while. Let's take a look at the cool album cover art. You've got all sorts of lyrics in the booklet. Typical Frontier stuff here. Got pictures of the guys. There's Mr. Hughes right there. Now without the big long mane of hair that he had for many, many years. Okay, here we go again. So in the band here, we've got Gary Hughes on vocals, guitars, backing vocals. You got Dan Rosingana on lead guitars. Rosingana, lead guitars. Steve Grocott on lead guitars. John Hollowell, rhythm guitars. Daryl Treese Birch on keyboards and programming. Steve McKenna, bass guitar. And Marcus Coleman, drums and percussion. And do all of them appear on this album? We got Gary, Dan, Steve, Daryl, Marcus, yeah, they're all here. And of course, this album, I believe, is produced by Gary. Yes, produced by Gary. So, if you've never listened to the music of 10 before, they're basically a kind of 80s throwback hard rock band. A lot of melodic rock, hard rock, very commercial sounding music, big vocal hooks, guitars, keyboards. It's not prog, it's not metal. It's kind of somewhere in between there, just very hook-laden rock music. Okay, it's definitely, when you listen to the albums of 10, they are a throwback band to some of the great melodic rock bands, hard rock bands of the 80s. That's kind of what they're all about. And you generally don't get any big surprises on any of their albums. I have found most of their discography very easy to listen to, very pleasing. None of these albums are going to reinvent the wheel, but if you like this sort of thing, they're one of the best bands out there that do that. Think kind of like a more direct, more kind of AOR-ish Magnum in a way, right? I think Magnum are have a little more of the pomp thing going on, a little more prog in their sound, whereas 10 is just more of just like a great 80s style hard rock band. Okay, we've got 10 tracks on this latest album. Some really good ones. All right, the first single and the first track on the album is called Fearless. And that's, for a single, it's like 7 minutes long. Their songs are generally fairly long, like 5, 6, 7 minutes long. That's generally what they do. They're not very keen on pumping out 3 and 4 minute long, radio tunes, even though the hooks and the choruses are very radio friendly on their songs. Fearless is a great song, great chorus, really like it a lot. Considering you got like basically 4 guys playing guitar on this album, it's not a super guitar-heavy album. The riffs are there, the solos are there, but it's not a big riff-filled album. Okay, if that makes any sense. The guitars are there, but the album has a gloss to it, it's got a slickness to it, but that's just the band. Chapter and Psalm, 8 minutes and change, the follow-up song. Terrific song. The first 2 songs here are great. Good, melodic, hard rock songs. Catchy choruses, crisp guitar riffs, and Gary's got a great voice. I love his singing. Some people don't like his voice. He's a very pleasing voice, but he's in sort of he's got like this kind of like mid-range tone that he uses, and he doesn't stray far from that at all. And that's, I think, a lot of people who have criticized this band and Gary's vocals is that he's got a nice voice, but he doesn't change it much at all. So to some people, it's a little monotonous, and I can kind of see that, but I don't mind him. I think it's a pleasing voice. And the hooks are great, so for me that counts. So then you got Hurricane, which is a little more of like a melodic kind of ballady type of track. Strangers on a Distant Shore, another good catchy song. The Dream That Fell to Earth, these are all 6 minutes and change. Dream That Fell to Earth, really good track. Pretty rockin', one of the heavier tracks on the album. Then you got a few kind of mellowish songs. Miracle of Life, Anything You Want, Immaculate Friends. They're okay. They don't kind of get my blood pumping much, but they're pretty good. And then Follow Me Into the Fire, which is track number 9, 7 minutes and change. That's a really good song. I wouldn't say it's really heavy, but it's pretty rocking. It's got some good intricate guitar work, some nice keys. I like that a lot. And then the last track is The Longest Time, which, again, a little bit more on the mellow side, but a good commercial hook-laden hard rock song. It's not quite a ballad, not quite a big rousing rocker, but somewhere in between. But a great, great chorus, really great verses on that as well, and pretty catchy. So overall, I like this album. This is one of those bands that they're not going to hit you with 5-star albums one after another, one after another after another. But all their albums are just, for me anyway, they're all really enjoyable, really pleasing to listen to, and very solid. Again, we're not recreating the wheel here by any means, but this. Here Be Monsters is a solid 3.5 or 4 out of 5, somewhere in between. Okay, somewhere around that. It's really good. It's not great. It's definitely solid and very enjoyable. So if you like this sort of thing, if you like 80s style melodic hard rock, big hooks, plenty guitars, but it's not overly heavy, hooks to die for, great melodies, good vocals, just the right amount of keyboards. You can't go wrong. So there you have it. Here Be Monsters by 10, Gary Hughes and Company, Frontiers Records. Check it out if you like this sort of thing. I think you'll dig it. If you like their back catalog, this is another in a long line of very enjoyable albums from them. Frontiers Records. Visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, of course, we're on YouTube all the damn time. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already and click on that notification bell. We've also got the link below to our Ko-Fi page for channel donations, the link to our merch page where you can get cool shirts like this In the Prague Seat shirt and all sorts of other stuff, Hudson Valley Squares, Monsters Den, our other channel comic book users, all sorts of cool Sea of Tranquility shirts located down there below with all sorts of designs, more Prague stuff, more metal stuff, all sorts of things. So go check that out. The link is below, and we'll see you real soon here on the channel. I am Pete Pardo. Have a good one, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.